Hi guys, welcome to youtube.com/AdamMcKola. This is the Huddersfield against Manchester United preview in the FA Cup 5th round at the John Smith Stadium, the place where Manchester United lost earlier this season. Back in October, was it? September, October time. We lost against Huddersfield 2-1 on the day. It was a disappointing day at the John Smith Stadium. And in Manchester United's last two away fixtures, sorry to swear at you there. In United's last two away fixtures, we've lost both games, conceding 3 goals, scoring nothing, and 2 below par performances. Obviously, sandwiched in between that was a victory over Huddersfield. But nevertheless, Manchester United, we need to bounce back. We need to get a result, and we need to go through in the cup, because the FA Cup is very, very important for Manchester United this season. I think it should be every season. I love the FA Cup, but of course, when you're top of the league and you think you can 100% win the Champions League, then the FA Cup isn't as important. But of course, we're not the favourites for the Champions League. We're definitely not the favourites for the Premier League. So the FA Cup's important. It'd be a nice trophy to win. I love the FA Cup. So big game for United, and it is one that I'm looking forward to because I want to see a reaction. That's why I'm looking forward to it. I want to see a reaction from Manchester United. We definitely saw a reaction from Jose Mourinho today in the press conference, and I thought it was an absolutely fantastic press conference from Jose Mourinho. Come out fighting. He really did come out fighting, and talking about the Paul Pogba rumours as well, discussing them and saying that's bullshit. That's exactly what he said as well. He said that's bullshit. At the time I missed it because MUTV blurred it out. Not blurred it out, they blanked it out, which is understandable. But I thought he was bang on in his press conference. He was absolutely bang on in his press conference. He nailed it. Everything he said was right. He said Paul Pogba, yes, he's going through bad form. Paul Pogba doesn't want to leave Manchester United. There's no problem between me and Paul Pogba. It's just bad form. He knows it. I know it. The team suffers when he performs badly, and we need him to get better. He said he will play against Huddersfield though, and he will start against Huddersfield, which I found very, very interesting. So I didn't find it interesting in terms of I'm surprised he's starting, but I'm surprised he's just coming out and saying it. So Paul Pogba starting in that game against Huddersfield, and Jose Mourinho coming out and backing his man and calling the press liars for whatever they've said, even though it did seem like there was a few briefings from here and there. Now, one thing I did disagree with, Jose said that Paul Pogba has been playing in a 4-3-3. He's been playing on the left of a 3 in midfield, and if that's the case, then the team have been performing even worse than I thought, because that in no way, shape or form has resembled a 4-3-3. No way has it. Paul Pogba's been really deep alongside Matic, picking the ball up there, and that's not a 4-3-3 where he's been playing. So Jose says he has been selecting a 4-3-3. Pogba's form has been poor, but there's no need for anybody to make up lies. And whilst I thought it was an excellent reaction from him, I did find that strange because it's not resembled a 3 in midfield at all. He said Lingard was on the right, Pogba was on the left in the 8 positions, and Matic was 6, but it hasn't looked like that at all. So that means the team's been performing a lot worse than if that's the case. So yeah, interesting reaction from Jose Mourinho, but it was a great reaction from Jose Mourinho in his press conference, and I am hoping that the team follow with a reaction now as well, because we really do need to see a reaction from these boys, and we can't afford a bad performance now at this stage in the FA Cup. We're in the last 16. Win this, you're in the last 8. The last 8's shaping up to be a very competitive last 8, but nevertheless it's a competition we can win, so we need to be at it. We need to be at it. It's that simple. What's up, Manny Solcal? Hope you're doing well. Matic, Herrera back to Pogba. Cam, please. Herrera's injured at the moment, so he's not available for this game, nor is Marcus Rashford. That's been confirmed. But great news for Manchester United fans is Eric Bailly is available for selection against Huddersfield. Now, whether he's selected or not, I'm not too sure he will be. Would it be daft to risk him with the Sevilla game coming up? But we could look to get him on as a substitute with the Sevilla game coming up, to get him a few minutes under his belt just before that game. So I would love to see Eric Bailly used at some point in this Huddersfield game. But the news that he's back is great news for Manchester United, I think. So yeah, delighted with that one. Will Carrick start this game is an interesting question as well, because Matic needs a rest. I think that's fair to say. Will Carrick get a game? Be interesting, because there's no Herrera, no Fellaini, no Matic if he's left out and rested. So Pogba's going to start. Will we play a 2 or a 3? It's very interesting. So yeah, I'm just fixing my predicted 11 right now for you guys. So it'll be interesting to see how Jose just line up with the team. What are you guys thinking? How should we play in this game? How do you think us guys should approach this fixture in terms of our formation and all that stuff? Eric Bailly flames with loads of flames. Tim says hi from California. Hi mate, hope you're doing well. We should try Blind in centre mid, says Vishwanath. We have been there before with that suggestion, and I agree as well, but I don't think he will. K9 says Bailly versus Chelsea. I'm hoping to see Bailly starting against Sevilla, to be honest with you. It'd be nice to have him available for the Champions League. The greatest news is Pogba's rumours are bullshit, says Hyder. I had a feeling they were bullshit anyway. It's funny that it comes around after 2 defeats, but I was a little bit concerned by them, not going to lie about that. But I did feel like they were bullshit. Shane says, what did you make of Jose's press conference? I thought it was a great reaction from Jose Mourinho to the last 2 away defeats, to the rumours surrounding Paul Pogba. It was great to see that kind of performance from Jose in a press conference, and hoping the players watch that as well. I'm hoping Paul Pogba watched that as well, and I'm hoping that they're fired up to put in a performance, because we do need to put in a performance. Bailly and Blind is a good pair, says Mizan. So you've got like the absolute madness of Bailly and the calmness of Blind. I like it. Pogba should play Cam against Huddersfield, says Abu Bakr. Mahir says 3 at the back's necessary. If Bailly starts against Sevilla, then advantage United, says Sir Cam's. Bailly and Rojo, Adam, or Bailly and Lindelof, says Anthony Moore. Do you mean like long term or for this game? What do you mean? I don't think Bailly should start this game. I'd like to see him come on for 20 minutes, but I don't want to see us risk him and you know, see him have a setback. Habib says resemblance of Fergie, talking about Jose Mourinho in the press conference. I'm not going to lie, I thought so too. Yes, Mohammed, hope you're doing well, mate. What about Lindelof, says Murali. Bailly is nice to have back, says Michael Jones. Anand says I forgot Blind is still at the club. Ram says 4-3-3 Herrera and Matic, Pogba number 8. Guys, Herrera is out injured, so I'm going to give you the injury list right now. Marcus Rashford and Ander Herrera are unavailable for this game, but should be back for the Sevilla game, you would hope. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is out. Fellaini is out. Bailly is back. There was one more. Who have I mentioned? Herrera. I think that's it. So yeah, that's the team news. Herrera's out. Rashford's out. Fellaini's out. Zlatan's out. We got Bailly back. 4-3-3 against Huddersfield and slaughter them, says Cams. Do you think Lindelof will ever be world class, as Anthony Martial? I'm not too sure. I don't think we've seen enough of him in a Manchester United shirt, to be honest with you. So I'm not too sure at all. Chris Ridout says we need to play with a middle 3 and fix the atmosphere, but Jose is ignoring us when it comes to it. He's being too arrogant. I thought Jose said Zlatan is back in training, Adam. Yeah, but he's not available for selection, I don't think, mate. We should play 4-3-3, says Murali. Another one, Mata to assist 2. Rishi wants to see Mata back in the team. John Smith says, Adam, Moy is confirmed out for Huddersfield Town. This is going to have an effect. That's a big miss for them. I didn't know he was out. Probably should have done my research. But if he is out, that's a huge miss for them. So yeah, Interesting one. Let me just check on Physio Room what's going on there. Huddersfield Town, I got 7 injuries. Yeah, Aaron Moyes out until March the 3rd. Low, Hefele, Smith, concussion. De Poitras out, but potentially could return for the United game. Kachunga's out, and Stankovic is out. He's got that stank. So that's who's out. Yeah, Aaron Moyes, a big miss for them. He scored against us, didn't he? He had a good performance as well in the last game we played against them at their home ground. So it's an interesting one that he is out of the team at this moment in time. Now, I'm going to get my team news up for you now. The team news that's going to come up for you isn't the right one. So just bear with me. I'm going to fix it. But this isn't the team that I think is going to be selected. Actually, no, it's not. Where's it at, man? There it is. So that's the team I believe we should pick against Huddersfield. I'd go with Lindelof, Rojo. Obviously, I wouldn't be surprised if Romero did start. That wouldn't surprise me at all. But I'd go with David De Gea in goal. Valencia, Lindelof, Rojo and Shaw. I don't think we should be changing too many things at the back. I don't want to see Darmian start. I thought he was poor against Yeovil. So I'd play Valencia there. I'd play Lindelof, give him an opportunity, and play Rojo. I know Lindelof had a bad game last time we played against Huddersfield. I think he made 2 errors for their goals. But give him a chance to bounce back. It's not like Smalling and Jones have been playing well. And I think we should give him a chance. Then we got Carrick sitting there. McTominay and Pogba. McTominay can help Carrick out a little bit more while Pogba gets to roam forward. Martial on the left, Sanchez on the right, Lukaku up top. Now I don't think Jose Mourinho will put that. I think it'll obviously be Sanchez and Martial other way around. But I'd like to see that. Mr. Drew says it would be great if the team starts like this. Jacob says, have you seen Black Panther yet? I always, when a film comes out, I always wait for it to let them, like, the first week or 2 pass, and then I'll go see it once it's died down a bit. So I haven't seen it yet. And I'm not really a fan of comic book movies, although I've watched a few. But after all the hype surrounding this, I suppose it's only right I go and check it out and see what it's all about. But I've never read the comic or anything, so I'm not going to act like I'm the biggest fan. Hyder says he loves me simply because of this 11. He thinks this 11 should start. Ram says Sanchez won't start on the right wing, maybe number 10. You could also play Mata in this team as well if you took out McTominay. But then it would be more like a 4-2-3-1, and we don't want to see that. And P44 says Mata will probably play, and I do agree as well. I do think Mata might play, but this is the team that I have predicted for my it's the team I think would be better suited to get a result, because I think if Mata or Lingard play, we're probably going to play a 4-2-3-1, and I think we just need to get the best out of Pogba, get him back into form, and I think this may help him do that. Of course, nothing against Lingard or Mata coming for the next game. I think Lingard will probably and should probably start against Sevilla away. I think his energy would be crucial for a game like that. So save his legs for that one. I am me says De Gea can rest. He can rest, of course he can. Jose could very possibly pick Romero, and I wouldn't mind that at all. Matic, I don't want to see Matic starting because you'd like him to get a rest. Habib says take Lukaku out for Mata. That's actually a very good shout, you know. And then you could have like a 4 diamond 2, couldn't you? With Mata then just behind Sanchez and Martial. That would look good. Adwait says Gomez should get a chance. It'd be nice if Gomez is on the bench. Be nice. Chris Ridout says lineup's wrong. Jose won't play a midfield 3 because he wants to turn Pogba into a CDM. I don't think that's true, to be honest. I think if Jose is playing Pogba in a certain way, it's only temporary. I think he'd look to make a signing to free him up. I don't think he's that stupid. Whether it's right or wrong to temporarily do that with Pogba is another story. But nevertheless, he in his press conference today said he knows Paul Pogba's best position. He said it's on the left in an 8 position of a midfield 3. And then he went on to say, we have played that, and we played that against Newcastle, which I thought was wrong because it didn't look like we did. But it's kind of hinting that he knows. He knows. So even if he's saying, oh, we played that against Newcastle, but we didn't, and then he changes it against Huddersfield, because he's already said we played that against Newcastle, it doesn't look like he's changed his mind. What about Chong, says Murilli. Look, Chong is a fantastic talent, as is Angel Gomez. We've got a lot of fantastic talent. I just think to be expecting them to start these kind of games is unrealistic, especially when the FA Cup is so important for us at this moment in time. That's not to say they're bad players. I think they do very well for us, but I just think it's better to be bringing them into a winning team rather than bringing them into a team that's in a rough patch of form at the moment. So yeah. Do I think Martial needs to score more goals? Well, he's got 10-11 this season. I think he's scored a lot of goals. I think he could have had a hat-trick against Newcastle, and that's probably what you're hinting at. You're probably asking me, should he have scored that day? Of course he should have scored that day. He should have buried some of his chances, but as well, he's performed a lot better in front of goal this season as well, and we have to give him credit for the improvements he's made. Excuse me, by the way. The team you chose looks pretty good, Adam. I'm liking McTominay effect. The lad is good. He's very good, isn't he? I say very. Like, I'm still undecided with McTominay if when our team improves, he'll still be selected. Is Jose just picking him because we've got a shortage of midfielders and it makes him look good? I'm still not sure. But McTominay has played very well whenever he's been selected. That's one thing you've got to say. And I hope even if we do improve our team, he still makes the squad in some way. Of course, Fosu Mensah could come back. Twanzebe could come back in. But he's done well. And he could be Jose Mourinho's Darren Fletcher. I know someone made that comment on Twitter. But it's a good shout. Hi says McTominay is not good. He is nothing special. Huddersfield, on the other hand, at this moment in time, coming into it in a bit of form. They've won their last 2 games. Before that, they didn't win any of their 3. But they're looking good at the moment, Huddersfield. Playing good football. Getting results. To beat, I think it was Bournemouth 4-1 last time out, which was a fantastic result for them. And they're going to prove a difficult outfit at home. Now, unsure whether they'll make a few changes because obviously Premier League survival is more important to them. And they are, of course, in a Premier League survival battle. But, you know, it's a difficult fixture, this one. It is a really difficult fixture because I think the fact that we've lost there this season helps because United know what to expect from them. We know what to expect from them. The team they played against Birmingham in the last game was... let's see that. Did they play a full strength? They had Mounier, Kwane, Billing, Moy, Ince, Sabir. So they played a fairly strong side. Yeah, they had Lursel in goal. Mounier is a top player, I think, for them. He's their top goal scorer at this moment in time as well. Aaron Moy was obviously a threat, but he's out. Tom Ince would be a threat as well. But that injury to Aaron Moy could be a big one for them. David Wagner, though, will have them well organised. It will be difficult to break them down, but if we break them down, we should be able to get a few goals. And I can imagine, like, this isn't that important for them. I don't think they're imagining they can win the FA Cup this season. I think they need to focus on Premier League survival, and that probably takes preference. But nevertheless, the 11 players that they pick will be raring to go. This is the last 16 game at home for them against Manchester United, and they're gonna be up for that. They're gonna be up for that. Now the Cup's brought them a little bit of good form because their last 5 league games have lost 4 and won 1. So, you know, it brings them a little bit of respite as well. and it could help them build up a little bit of form. They're just outside the relegation zone by 1 point. Who they got next will be interesting to see as well. When's their next game? Let's have a look. They got a week's rest after the United game as well until their next game. So I suppose like it's a good opportunity for them. They're in a no lose situation, because if they get knocked out, everyone expected them to get knocked out, and if they beat United, it's a huge day for them and their fans at their ground. So big chance for them to cause an upset, and I'm wary of this one, but I'm hoping and I'm thinking United will get the result and get through. Now, what are you guys thinking? We got 5 minutes left of this stream. Keep your questions and all that good stuff coming in. What are your thoughts on this game, the FA Cup? Oh, my stomach's killing. And the FA Cup 5th round. Huddersfield may come ready to play for a win, but we wouldn't allow a second defeat to them at their house. Trust, says Daniel. I hope so and think so too, mate. Habib says Scott McTominay is only playing because he's 6'4". Oh, Jesus. I think they want to finish at a good position in the FA Cup, says Sheev. Massive game for us, says McLaren. Totally agree, mate. It is a big game for Manchester United. We got 2 big games coming up soon. Come on, keep your questions and all that good stuff coming in. Come on! Keep them coming, keep them coming. Ricky Sway says it's going to be 3-1 United. Vishwanath says 3-0, as does Afzol. Says 3-0 as well. Any other predictions? Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed to AdamMcKola TV. Do I think Martial needs to adapt? I don't. I think he's doing well at the moment. Keep the faith in Anthony Martial. Don't you worry. Mourinho should recall Andres Pereira, says Joseph. 3 big games, says Mr. Drew. Can't understand the McTominay bashing. Do you folks watch the game, says Tim from Manchester. Anthony Martial says, I think we'll beat Chelsea because Jose hates Conte. Mourinho thinks it's going to be 2-1 to Manchester United. Chris says it's going to be 1-0 to Manchester United. A boring win. I'd take a boring win after the last couple of away trips. Believe me. Big T wants to see De Gea, Lindelof, Smalling, Rojo, Valencia, Carrick, Pogba, Shaw, Mata, Sanchez and Martial in a 3-4-1-2 formation. The new Nike ad is mint, says Jack Steels. I agree, it's absolutely fantastic. I want to see Martial play up top again. How about you? Adam, says Kazuki Tojo. I wouldn't mind that at all. But I like him playing on the left as well. Need a Pogba masterclass tomorrow, says Adwait. And I do agree as well. After the press conference today, Jose Mourinho coming out in staunch defence of Paul Pogba, saying he's just in bad form. There's no issue between me and him. He's staying at the club. We're never letting him go. And you lot are all fucking liars. That's what Jose came out and said. And now we need Paul Pogba to come out and perform and put in a reaction against this side. We need a reaction now from Paul Pogba. We know he's been in bad form. We know he's been in bad form. It's disappointing. But now we need him to react. And we need him to put in a performance. He's got the whole United fans behind him. He's got his manager behind him, his teammates behind him. Now we need the performance from him. It's that simple. A very crucial week for us, says Mirali. And we need Shaw for Seville, says someone else. Comments moved on a little bit. 2-0 hard win. Cord says, a bit off topic, but can you tell us your honest opinion about Nani at United and how you... I was gutted when Nani left, to be honest. I know he was inconsistent, but I thought he was better than a lot of people did. I thought he was absolutely fantastic on his day. Had a lot of great moments for us. And I was disappointed when he left because I thought a good manager would have got something out of him. Rashford's injured, says Mowada. Yes, just to confirm the team news for you guys. Bailey's back, but Rashford and Herrera are injured. Fellaini and Zlatan are out as well, obviously. But yeah, Rashford and Herrera join that list. Anthony Martial says, will Young play against Sevilla? Surely not. And Mr. Drew thinks it's going to be 3-0 to Manchester United. Guys, I'm going for a 2-0 win for Manchester United. I think we'll get a 2-0 win against Huddersfield in the FA Cup, and we'll go through to the last 8. That's what I'm saying. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments below. Thank you for joining us here on AdamMcKola TV. Make sure you're liking, sharing and subscribing. I'll have reaction for you from the John Smith Stadium, as well as much more over the weekend, including the weekend wrap and all that jazz. I have been AdamMcKola. You guys have been absolute legends. I'm out of here.